Welcome to This Just In, the show bringing you the latest advancements in healthcare, strategy, innovation, and public policy. And now, for the fastest voice in healthcare, here's your host, Justin Barnes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the special edition of This Just In Radio. I'm your host, Justin Barnes. Today we're broadcasting live from HIMSS26 in sunny Las Vegas. Very excited to be here, and it's already been an action-packed 36 hours since I landed. This is actually my 12th year in a row broadcasting live from the HIMSS annual conference, and I am more excited than ever. Love this lineup. I'll get to it here in a moment as well. This is actually my 26th HIMSS annual conference, and I cannot imagine missing any of these at this juncture. Hal Wolf and the entire HIMSS team have been extremely supportive, and I'm so grateful. As most of my listeners know, HIMSS is a very special organization overall. And I want to take a moment, a quick note about this annual conference and the HIMSS Society in general. It can be everything that you want it to be. And I say that from the perspective that you'll absolutely get out of HIMSS what you put into it. This goes for relationships in general in life. But whatever you put in, you'll absolutely get out. And that's what I love about HIMSS and what it affords me. And I actually achieved my annual business goals early in the year because of HIMSS annual conference. This specific forum brings together tens of thousands of industry leaders and affords everyone that truly puts the effort in to achieve their goals. It is an 8-week frenzy for me and my team, but we'll host 3 live radio shows, host 3 large dinner events, co-host 4 receptions, and take in a very fun evening at the FHIR on Thursday. And even at this point in my career, and as you know, Roberta, I'm still hustling. It's a lot of personal work and outreach to bring together 300 plus people over 4 days, but absolutely worth it. And a special note here also, HIMSS is powered by its members and chapters. They are the foundation that drives innovation, connection, and impact across healthcare. I highly encourage you, my listeners, to join your local chapter, get involved, and be part of the community shaping the future of health. And I want to also take a special moment here and note a thanks to my producer, Roberta Mullen, my co-producer, Jake Reed, my other producer, Greg Masters, for their support in helping produce these HIMSS broadcasts and recordings. They are always terrific, and I'm truly appreciative of the time they invest to make this show a success. For this specific broadcast series, though, I have a fantastic lineup of CEOs, CIOs, care providers, innovators, policy leaders, and visionaries. Here's a glimpse. Hal Wolf, President and CEO of HIMSS, Anish Chopra, we all know Anish, Rasu Shrestha from Advocate, Marianne Yeager, CEO of Sequoia Project, Dr. Erika Kim from ARPA, Simon Philip Roast from GE, Nelson Gomes from Medicus IT, Charles Barkey from West Virginia Medicine Hospitals, Richard Atkins, CEO of Greenway Health, Matthew Unangst from AMD, Leah Gabbert from Nutanix, and John Henderson from Rady Children's Health. And I have a couple other special guests joining here that will be broadcasting later. But as many of you know, you've been listening to the show for years. My goal is to create an information medium that shares best practices, strategies, and actionable intelligence from the industry's leading sources and experts. My goal, along with all my guests here, will be to offer tactics and strategies to not only survive, but thrive as you navigate your hospital, your physician practice, your company, or even your family through all these changes occurring across healthcare today. There is more opportunity than ever before for all of us to thrive, but we must understand how healthcare is evolving, how policy and reimbursement is shifting, and where best practice and innovation can support our efforts. I hope you glean all of that over the next few days. That's at least my goal. Welcome back to This Just In Radio Show, broadcasting live from HIMSS26 in sunny Las Vegas. Very excited to introduce my next guest and new friend of the show, Dr. Erika Kim, Advanced Research Project Agency for Health, your program manager there. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
So before we dive in, you're a newer voice to the show. Where'd you grow up and where do you work out of today?
Oh, I work out of Washington, D.C. area. Okay. So I live in suburb of Maryland. I have been living there for about 20 years. All my professional life, I spent good amount of time at the NIH working on cancer research. And now I work in the data science space where I empower all the data that sits in the silos to come to life so it can have meaning and be reused by the public.
I love that. I've been working on data interoperability for now over 20 years. One of the co-founders of Commonwealth Health Alliance, Care Equality, Sequoia Project, all of those. So I've been helping to unleash that data, creating FHIR standards and all that good stuff.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah,
yes.
no, Anish Chopra was one of the godfathers of that as well. You know Anish? Do you know Anish?
I know.
So Anish and I have been friends for, he's in my show yesterday, but we've been friends for 17, 18, 20 years now.
Wow.
Working on FHIR and standards and all that.
We definitely leverage a lot of FHIR, bulk
Yes.
FHIR now. So thank you for working on this, spearheading it.
Absolutely. And I always call it ARPA, so I had to spell it Advanced Research Project Agency for Health.
Yes.
But ARPA, we call it ARPA. So recently you've launched the Pediatric Care Expansion Initiative with $50 million of funding. What problems are you trying to solve in pediatric care?
So ARPA-H is a new agency that's been stood up about 4 years ago to tackle really ambitious and high-risk, high-reward type of programs that others wouldn't tackle. So PCX, Pediatric Care Expansion, in short, it's PCX, is an exemplar program that actually is going after something that people don't usually invest heavily in, which is in pediatric space.
Right.
And with this program, what we are trying to address is that data silo problem that exists in majority of the healthcare ecosystem, but specifically for pediatric community. So we are going after, being able to bring all this scattered silo data and make them connected so that we can actually draw better insights to help our pediatric population.
Love that. So some of your time investments will be around working directly with, are you creating an exchange or are you working directly with health systems and hospitals like CHOA out of Atlanta and Rady's Children's and stuff like that?
Yes. So our ambitious goal is to work with 200 children's hospitals across the nation to connect them. So including all the children's hospitals that are in major cities, but also other, more regional rural hospitals that are low resource. So they can also benefit from this connected healthcare ecosystem. So that's our ambitious goal, and we currently have demonstrated being able to exchange daily exchange of multiple types of data, so not just the EHR, but also imaging data, genetics data, and so forth between 2 hospital systems right now. So that's our very small pilot, and we're extending that to 5 hospital systems in the next few months, and then scaling that to 200 in the next 2 years.
Excellent. So specifically, are you leveraging FHIR as one of the standards, or what standards are you leveraging, and what do you hope to enable more of?
So we are currently leveraging FHIR, obviously, and also bulk FHIR for population level sort of a cohort identification features. And we are also leveraging a hospital that is serving as a TEFCA node for a children's brain tumor network. So that's one of the network that we are bringing in as part of the PCX program. So we're leveraging those TEFCA, framework, FHIR, other existing standards, but also we are hoping to establish and inform establishment of new standards. For example, for imaging data to be exchanged across hospital systems, there's currently no standards that exist. So with this effort, we are hoping to kind of advance those additional standards that can enable data interoperability even more.
I love it. Congratulations. It's fantastic work. And obviously our children are our future. So the fact that you're working on this is very, very important.
Very true.
Where do you see the biggest opportunity for breakthroughs and innovation in pediatric care? I mean, technology, care models, data?
So, all 3, but I think data is sort of the foundational, fundamental, underlying piece of this work that has to work. We have to be able to connect this disparate data that sits across these healthcare systems. And when you are able to provide the connectivity, then you can bring technologies with AI, LLM, all of other those advanced technologies on top of the data to be able to draw insights, provide clinical summaries, and do all the other enhanced features. But if you don't have data that is not accessible, missing data, data that are sitting in silos, you really can't have that foundation, have technologies apply to anything if you don't have data that's underlying and powering it. So data is really important, and having those advanced technologies applied to that data so we can actually draw insight, help patients to get better, faster clinical trial matching, so we can impact care delivery. Ultimately, if we don't change how the care is done,